The atmosphere across northern Nigeria this February 2026 has become so thick with tension that you could cut it with a knife. We are tracking a series of events that suggest the very foundation of the Sokoto Caliphate is facing its most significant challenge in decades. The gist that has everyone talking involves a series of heart-stopping reports concerning the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Muhammad Sa'ad Abubakar III. While the Sultan was seen recently performing his official duties and declaring the commencement of the holy month of Ramadan for the year 1447 AH, there are swelling rumors and speculative reports about a close call he experienced behind the scenes. Some local sources are whispering about a health scare that supposedly left the monarch in a very fragile state, while others are pointing towards a security breach during a high-level meeting with traditional rulers. Whether it was a physical ailment or a narrow escape from a security threat, the phrase, "the Sultan almost died," has become a chilling headline that reflects the deep-seated anxiety of the people who look to him for spiritual and cultural guidance. This scare could not have come at a worse time, as the North is currently witnessing what many are calling a shadow war between ethnic Hausa and Fulani groups. For centuries, these two cultures have been deeply intertwined through marriage, trade, and faith. But in 2026, the narrative is being violently rewritten. The gist from the rural areas of Kaduna, Katsina, and Sokoto is that bandit groups, which are predominantly composed of nomadic elements, are being increasingly viewed not just as criminals, but as ethnic militias. This has led to retaliatory actions from Hausa-dominated vigilante groups, creating a cycle of violence that looks less like banditry and more like a civil war. In villages like Yelewata and across the fringes of the Rugu forest, the peace that once existed between the farmer and the herder has been replaced by a war of survival. The fear is that if the Sultan, who is the unifying symbol for both Hausa and Fulani Muslims, were to fall or be incapacitated, the last thread holding the region together would snap. The gravity of this situation was made even more real just a few days ago with the shocking news of the kidnapping of a high-ranking religious leader. In Kagarko local government area of Kaduna State, heavily armed men invaded the Janjala community under the cover of darkness. Their primary target was not gold or cattle, but the soul of the community. They marched straight to the residence of Malam Bello Abdullahi, the chief Imam of Janjala Central Mosque, and took him away into the bush. This wasn't a random snatching. The attackers also abducted a prominent Fulani community leader, Alhaji Shehu Bello, in the same raid. This double abduction of both a Hausa spiritual leader and a Fulani community elder is a clear message from the bandits. No one is safe, and no cultural bridge is too strong for them to burn. The kidnapping of an imam during the lead-up to Ramadan is seen as a direct assault on the faith that unites the North. As we navigate through these heavy reports and bring you the stories that the mainstream media might be too afraid to touch, it is important that we stay connected. If you find this breakdown of the current Northwest crisis helpful and you want to keep receiving the real gist of what is happening in Nigeria in 2026, please take a moment to hit the like button. Your support helps us push these stories to a wider audience. Also, if you are new here, please ensure you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell. Our community is growing every day, and your subscription ensures that you are always the first to know when we drop a major update on the security and cultural shifts in our nation. Thank you for being a part of this journey towards a more informed Nigeria. The related talk among security experts is that this war is being fueled by a new and mysterious group known as the Lakurawa. This group, which emerged from the borders of Niger and Mali, is reportedly trying to enforce a strict and foreign version of governance in the Sokoto and Kebbi axis. They are taking advantage of the friction between Hausa farmers and Fulani herders to recruit frustrated youths and establish parallel governments. The gist is that they are telling the people that the traditional sultanate has failed them, and this is why the Sultan almost dies narrative is so dangerous. It is being used as propaganda to show that the old order is crumbling. The kidnapping of the Janjala Imam is believed by some to be a tactic to silence any religious opposition to these new radical groups. The situation on the ground in Kaduna is particularly heartbreaking. Following the abduction of the chief imam, entire villages have been deserted. Families are sleeping in the bushes or fleeing to the state capital, leaving their ancestral homes behind. The war part of this story isn't just about bullets, it's about the displacement of a culture. When an imam is taken, the mosque goes silent. When the sultan is rumored to be ill, the palaces feel cold. The psychological warfare being waged against the people of the north is immense. In 2026, we are seeing a systematic attempt to turn cousins against each other, using the pain of kidnapping and the fear of Fulani attacks to create a permanent rift between the Hausa and Fulani people. As the Nigerian military prepares to launch Operation Northern Peace to rescue the kidnapped imam and restore order, the question remains, can the bridge be repaired? The Sultan has consistently called for unity, reminding everyone that Sharia law and the culture of the North apply to all Muslims regardless of their tribe. But with the terror tax being imposed on farmers and the constant threat of highway abductions, the people are losing patience. The gist from the streets of Gusau and Ilorin is that the government must do more than just send troops. They must address the identity crisis that is feeding this war. The kidnapping of religious figures is the ultimate red line, and the North is currently holding its breath to see if that line will be respected or if 2026 will be remembered as the year the caliphate was truly tested. I want to hear your take on this. Do you believe the reports of the Sultan's close call are being exaggerated to create panic, or is there a genuine threat to the traditional institution? And more importantly, how can the Hausa and Fulani communities reclaim the peace they once shared before the rise of these bandit militias? Let's keep the conversation going in the comment section. Your insights and prayers for the safe return of the Chief Imam of Janjala and all those in captivity are very important. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are committed to following this story to its very end, and we will bring you the updates as they happen. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and let's keep working for a peaceful Nigeria.